Hi guys, it's John here for my day 4 check-in vlog. So I'm going to go through the questions and let you know how my day went. Okay, here we go. So the first one is my morning fasting blood sugar, and that was 5.9. I'm very happy about that. Next, what I had for breakfast. Well, I had a repeat of what I had yesterday because hey, if it ain't broke, I ain't gonna fix it, honey. And it works. So I had my berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries, all mixed in with my oatmeal, my protein oatmeal with skim milk, and my Ice Grande single shot skinny vanilla latte. I love my morning latte. It's my ritual. It's so awesome. I love, love, love it. And the oatmeal I have always about half an hour beforehand, just as I'm leaving home. With the berries, it's a nice blend. I get great antioxidants. I get fiber, I get protein, I get potassium, I get complex carbs. It's perfect. I love it. It's 415 calories roughly. I know it's a bit low for breakfast. I need to be eating 500. 415 is a bit low. But honestly, I'm good to go. I am looking at thinking of finding a way. The problem is because I'm so close to maxing out the carbs. The average male, big size male, diabetic type 2 or 1, usually gets about 60 carbs at breakfast, and females are 45. I've been given 45, but because my weight has shifted and my insulin resistance is not as bad, I do allow an extra 5 carbs. So technically, I have about another 85 calories and about another 2 carbs I can play around with in my budget. And I'm looking at ways where I can find something around 50 to some odd calories to max it out without going so high on the fat or the sugar or the carbs. Very difficult. So any suggestions, please forward them to me. 85 calories or less and 2 net carbohydrates or less, and no trans fats and very low in saturated fats and salt, like sodium. So please let me know. I can't add another piece of fruit because that's like 15 to 18 net grams of carbs right there. And although it's within the calorie budget, it needs to be in the carb budget. I can't be doing that. So 2 ways I feel I lived healthy today. Well, I didn't really expect I was going to do such a good workout tonight. And I've been doing some more strength training, which I'm really excited about. And as it's day 4, I'm so happy that I feared off the cola and the ice cream bars. Every day is a struggle for me on those because they're right at my face. And I'm serving them all day long. And I'm seeing the kids eat them. And I want to have a freaking Magnum bar so bad. But you know what? I'm realizing as much as I want to have it, and as much as people out there are saying, oh, well, you can have it once in a while. I can't have it once in a while. The problem is I can't have it once in a while. Because once in a while becomes once a day, and it becomes multiple times a day. And I don't have that kind of, it's not that I don't have the control. Also, when you think about it, you could say, well, you could have it once in a while because I do have the control. You're right, I do have the control. But what I'm also thinking about is if you actually look at the bar, like actually look at the ice cream bar. Now, to the eye, you're thinking of this gorgeous, delicious chocolate treat that's full of fabulous, beautiful flavors that just melt in your tongue. And I know, especially the Magnum Almond and the Magnum Gold. I'm obsessed. But then you turn over and you look at the nutrition. And you see that one bar, not like a package, one single bar, has 18 to 20 grams of fat. That's roughly a third of your daily fat intake in one ice cream bar. Disgusting. Sad part about that, more than 60% of that fat is saturated. Now, saturated fat, like trans fats, are unhealthy. They lead to higher cholesterol, higher bad cholesterol, lower good cholesterol, and over time, you might say one a week isn't bad, but you think about that. That happens once a week. You add that up over the course of a year. That's 52 of those bars you put into your body. And imagine the chemicals and the crap that goes into making these bars to make them taste so good. And think of that. That's 10 grams of saturated fat per bar. So think about it this way. In 1 year, you've ingested, just by those bars alone, 520 grams of saturated fat. And now picture what that would actually be like in a bag. That's pretty disgusting, right? And saturated fat, just like trans fat, is really bad for you. Now, it's not as bad, and you are allowed a bit more of it. Dietitians say 20 grams of saturated fat a day maximum. For trans fats, it's 1 gram a day or less. And most foods that have trans fats in it, even the naturally occurring stuff like in cheese, where it's naturally occurring trans fats, which is actually, for some reason, they say good for you, is only about 0.1 to 0.3 grams. So it's very little in one serving. So you're not going to kill yourself. Cheese is good for you, honey. Have it. Okay. But yeah, really, like, and think about it. These bars can be up to 400 calories. For an average small-sized woman, that's her lunch. Think about it. 60% of your daily fat, a third of your daily fat intake, over 60% of the bar is saturated fat. So you're not getting as much as the healthy fat as you need. And if you are, it's probably a lot of, stuff. There's a whole whack load of chemicals in there, and there's probably enough calories in there to basically be your entire lunch. And the fact is, those bars are damn expensive. You get 3 bars in a box for like $8. Imagine how much fresh fruit and veggies you could buy for $8. Honey, I could get almost 2 entire bags of frozen fruit. That's enough for about 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 7 or 8 breakfast meals for me, versus 3 bars that are doing nothing nutritionally for my body. So I have to keep looking at it that way. And that's what I try to do. Whenever I get the craving, I think, what is this doing for my body? Nothing. As much as it tastes great. Now with Menchie's, I'm not feeling as guilty because I'm getting way less amount of calories. And as long as I stick to the healthier items, which I don't, and that's okay. And the fact is, I have to decide. With Menchie's, it's not right in my face. It's actually out of my way to go and get it. I would have to get off the bus, go down to the Menchie's store, buy it, walk around in public feeling ashamed because someone like me is, sometimes I do feel ashamed when I'm walking around stuffing this in my face. People look at me like, oh, look at that fat pig. Now, granted, I'm not as fat as a lot of the fat pigs. But still, I'm still self-conscious when I do that, so I say no. I don't need the Menchie's. I get it. I save it for times when I'm with friends and we all go together and we can all celebrate it together, and that's what I'm going to do. On the odd time that I am really desperately craving it and it's going to die if I don't get it, I'll cave in and I'll try to eat a bit healthier. Maybe I'll only get the Reese's Pieces and not the cheesecake bites, and instead I'll put raspberry in it. Or I'll lower the amount I get in the container and only get half the amount of my frozen yogurt than I usually do. And they do have the no sugar added flavors, which still not really low carb, but at least you don't feel as guilty. But yeah, there are much healthier alternatives at Menchie's than there is, say, having a Magnum bar. So yeah. Okay, so what fitness do I have planned or have I done already for today? Well, of course, I just did 48 minutes on my on my stationary bike. I also did 15 minutes of my free weights here, which are attached to my mini stepper. So it's really awesome. I have 10 more minutes of that to do. I have done 20 push-ups, not all at once. I got to 8 and then I collapsed on the floor. Even though I can do 15, I got to 8. And then I got back up, did another 5, and then did another 4. And 2. No, I got to 10 and then did a 5 and then did a 4. So I did 19 in total. And I did 5 leg lifts, and I'm going to do about 10 more of those as well. And maybe 5 more minutes on the bike, and then a stretch before I go to bed. I want to hit an hour and 20 minutes. 80 minutes. 60 plus 20. Yeah, 60 cardio and 20 weights. So that'd be awesome. So my Freggies today and what types? Well, I had the berries at breakfast. I had a banana with my lunch. I don't think raisins, I'd call them, they're kind of like a nut or a seed. But I forgot that there are raisins in my granola bar, or dried cranberries. So I'm going to count that. Not a lot, in the homemade granola bar itself, but hey. And of course, my 50-50 mix, I had 2 cups at lunch and 2 cups with just after dinner, within the dinner time frame. So yeah. And of course, 1 serving of Subway veggies on my Subway sub. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 servings today. Not bad. That's good. So my water intake, well, I had 1 Dasani bottle that is 500 milliliters and 3 of these of my water bottle oneies. So yeah, it's 24, 24, 24 is 48, 68. So 72 ounces of water plus the 500 milliliters, which is another 16. So 72, 82, 90. I'd say about 92 ounces of water today. Not bad. Okay, did I say no to pop and ice cream bars? Yes, I did say no. I said, you are not welcome in my body, honey. Work. My sleep amount? Well, of course, I told you what I got last night. I got about just under 7 hours. If I shut up and hurry up, I can get 7.5 tonight. And, okay, any other glucose numbers? I took 1 this afternoon just before lunch, and that was 5.7. Holla. Currently, I am feeling fabulous, darling. Who was it that said that to me? A coworker or somebody? You said, fabulous, darling. It's cute. Okay, keep it cute or get cut. Now, bye. That's for you, Chrissy Renee. 1 to 10, how did my day go? I'm feeling so great. I'm going to give myself a 9. Because I'm worth it. L'Oreal Paris said it, honey, because you are worth it. What can I do better tomorrow? What can I do better tomorrow? There's always room for improvement. Definitely, I can look for more lower strength training exercises because I did mostly upper body and core today with my cardio and my strength. So definitely, yeah. And 1 positive comment about myself. Well, honey, you are so super fabulous, okay? You deserve everything that is coming to you in life. And don't be afraid to take on any challenge you ever want to do, John, because you know what? You are amazing. And I completely believe in you. And you have done so many great things this past year, and you earned every bit of that praise. Kisses, loves, and hugs to all of you, and that is my day 4 vlog. Y'all have a good night. Keep it cute or get cut. Now, bye.